again. We're getting a little more moisture today, so I hope that you'll be able to hear me well. We're gathered here again in the name of our Lord, with Rob behind the camera doing our editing behind the scenes, and John the horse, and Prince with his guest appearance. Prince is going to show the contrast, just like light contrasts the darkness. He's going to contrast size, he's going to contrast age. Prince is 13, and I expect more out of him. I treat him differently, and I have a different relationship with Prince than I do with John. John's only a yearling, growing well, getting stronger, all those things that we hoped would happen. I haven't done much training as of late with John. We're just letting him grow. And is that not true of our lives too? We read the Word, we attend church, we maybe learn a truth or taught a lesson, but we need time to let that to soak in. We need time to let that cause us to grow. For the kingdom's sake, of course, we're not talking about bodily growth, as I am with John here, but it says that we can plant, we can water, but it's God who gives the growth. So we're letting John just grow physically, but I treat him differently, I approach him differently, and expect different things out of John than I might out of Prince. When John comes forward there in a few steps, I'm just going to gently put him back. And then we'll pat him. When we come in line with God's will, does he not give us that reassurance that we're united, we're one with him? So I'm going to reinforce this thought, or rather this thought came to me through the source of all wisdom in 1 Corinthians, a letter that Paul wrote to that church in chapter 9. 1 Corinthians 9, we're going to start in verse 19. Follow along, please, if you would. I have no authority. I know nothing other than Christ crucified. And any wisdom I have comes from God. I am just repeating it for us to hopefully grow in the power of the Spirit. So for though I am free from all men, I have made myself a servant to all that I might win the more. And to the Jews I became as a Jew, that I might win Jews. To those who are under the law, I became as one that was under the law. So we started out giving John a little love there. Thought maybe that's what he needed, but he just got more pushy, so we had to get a little more firm. Give him what he needs in the moment. There you go, you can read with me. To those who are without the law, as without law, not being without law toward God, but under law towards Christ, that I might win those who are without law. Verse 22. To the weak I became as weak, that I might win the weak. I have become all things to all men, that I might by all means save some. Now this I do for the gospel's sake, that I may be partakers of it with you. So I adjust, we adjust. As ambassadors of Christ, you've been given a ministry. Adjust to the people in your life. Consider them before yourself. Meet them where they're at. If they're weak, become weak. If they're ready for solid food, give them meat. Become all things for all people, that you might win some for the gospel. As I evaluate myself and I'm honest with myself, I need to be a good leader, as we've talked about with these horses. I need to correct them as the Lord corrects us. We'll set this horse back. There we go. And repeat. So we never get it figured out. But this chapter in 1 Corinthians chapter 9 ends like this. That I don't run this race, this fight of faith uncertainly, like somebody just beating the air. No, we have certainty. We know that if we become slaves of others, that God will honor that. And that I discipline my body. I need to discipline myself so I'm a good, effective leader. And when I've preached to others, that I might not become disqualified. So, as I become a good leader, evaluate my own conduct. Adapt. Adjust. Doing all things in the name of the Lord for His glory. Amen.
Amen.